Let me share it. Everybody share it.
It's the Missknockout show, we on the airwaves. So like, if I, share if I, blessify the flow. It's the Missknockout show. Now you already know. Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beast to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat go shock. We don't do brokeify, now we amplify. Stay blessify, let the energy fly. Hit that tapify, keep it all in the flow. Cause it's the Missknockout show. Missknockout show. Hot topics, beats and the glow. You rockin' with Missknockout. Let's go.
How is everybody all a doing? What's everybody all a doing? Everybody come on in. How's everybody doing? What's up with everybody? What are we up to on this fine, beautiful Junior Friday, as I would call it? Welcome everybody in the room. I see you, Candace. All right, Ayana, Leah is here. Bevy is here. Everybody come on in. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the broadcast. It's the Missknockout show, of course. We are on your airways. We got a lot of hot topic and things going on. Ooh, they coming up with the battles, boy. Those power battles, those power beggars, they don't give up. They don't give up, boy. They be power begging you, right? Woo, they be hitting it. They be like, yo. So everybody come on in. Welcome to the Missknockout show. If you're new, make sure you follow me right now. Before you forget, make sure you follow me. How's everybody's Junior Friday going, first of all? Or what we want to call, actually, it's hump day. All right, I was a day ahead. It's hump day, y'all. It's Humpty Dumpty Dump Day. All right, that means we're in the middle of the week already. The week is going fast and furious. You know what I'm saying? We're still at warification. Hey, dude, what's up with you? We're still at the warification. They haven't found Nancy Guthrie. Megan Thee Stallion, you know, kind of had to be rushed to the hospital. I hope she gets well soon. You know, people pushing themselves. You push yourself to the limit and then bam. You know? Hey, dude, what's up? Everybody come on in. It's the Missknockout show. We are on all platforms right now. So come on in. Come on in, dogs. Come on in. We on the Y to the Tuesday. We on the Face to the Booksies. And we're everywhere where we are to be found. We are there. All right? So everybody come on in. Hey, Candace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Clips. Thank you, everybody. We're also where? Read between the lines. Go to the first link in my link tree. We are on the rainbow. So if you have the rainbow, that's REINBOW, not RAIN. Not the RAIN. It's the REIN. Okay? It's in the link in my link tree. Click on it. Make a profile. Check it on out. It's brand new. All right? So everybody come on in. Welcome to the Missknockout show. How's everybody doing today? As the saga continues, you know, it is the same old same. I want everybody to tapify. I want everybody to shareify. Thank you so much for the 2K. All right? Damn, can I set the gift gallery in here? I hope so, because this is like, how do you do that? Okay, we don't want that. We don't want that. All right? This AI got a mind of its own. You'll just be pulling up stuff. No, we don't want that either. All right, so everybody come on in. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Missknockout show. We are here and we are going to talk about the hottest topics smoking right now. All right. Let me see if I can set. Okay. Let's see if I can set this. Finger hearts. Okay. So we want the finger hearts. Thank you so much for the orange hearts. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you. All right. So we're trying to set this. But the gift gallery is like they keep switching it up, y'all. I don't know which way they go. Okay, let's see. I'll see. It went right back to that thing. I can't set the gift gallery, y'all. I don't know. See, it went right back to that thing. I wonder why it's not doing it. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out what we're on here, but y'all get the file so Missknockout won't be brokified. Okay, everybody? That's what it is. So let's get it started, y'all. How's everybody doing? We're going to run through some hot topics. We're probably going to go through, yes, the warfication, which is still going on heavy duty. Okay, but we're going to start somewhere on the outside, then we're going to come to the inside. Okay, so everybody come on in. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? So they pulled off a massive Kit Kat heist. Did anybody hear about that? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the orange heart. Good morning, doctor. Good morning to you. And good morning to everybody coming in. Good morning to you. How is you doing? Come on in. Come on in. All right. We are here. We're getting it popping. Getting ready to start hot topics. So everybody tune your ears in and we're going to get it popping. So apparently they had the Europe Kit Kat chocolate heist, right? And then we're going to talk about the Tennessee bus crash tragedy. But what is up? Has anybody heard of that? Hey, sweet tea. Has anybody heard of the Kit Kat? Like, what is that, y'all? What is it? Because I don't know. I don't know, y'all. So they had a Kit Kat heist where people was, I don't know, was it stealing Kit Kat? Welcome everybody to the live. Welcome. Welcome. Everybody come on in. So everybody come on in. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing wonderful today. All right. Everybody tapify. Everybody shareify. Everybody hit the repost. Reposting in your line. Reposting in your story. Everybody put hashtagifications in the comments if you can. Okay. Put some hashtagifications in the comments if you can. Okay. And let's pump it out. Let's push it out. Let's push it out. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Bevy. Hey, everybody coming in. I see everybody. Let's do a quick roll call. Before we get started, we're going to do a quick roll call. If you're on the Y to the TZ side, I see you, Linky Adams. Hi, Linky Adams. Oh, hello to you. Are you new here? I've never seen your name before. How are you this wonderful morning? All right. Bevy's in the building. Dude's in the building. Candace is in the building. Leah's in the building. Missknockout Clips is in the building. Cindy is in the building. Tiffany's in the building. Style by T is in the building. Miss Bella Rose is in the building. Miss Liberty Crawford's in the building. Paul Ortiz is in the building. And Louis Prado is in the mother freaking building. Got shout out to Pin. We got Linky Adams on the Y to the TZ side. If you're still here, I don't know. You might have linked in, you might have linked out. I don't know. All right. But thank you for linking in. Yes. So everybody come on in. Come on. Roll call. Yes. Thank you so much. Everybody get your orange heart. So let's talk about some things that's going on. All right. So they had a Kit Kat chocolate heist. All right. It's trending hard in Europe. Some thieves pull off a massive Kit Kat heist. It must be yummy, but your tummy grow quite a big. I know you're not eating all of that, right? Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. I know you're not eating all of that because it goes straight to my gut. I don't know about you. Good morning. Right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. What is the Kit Kat heist? Has anybody in the comments heard of this, or is it just me? Is it just me? So let's see. Let's see. Tell us about the Kit. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. Is that you in the back? Oh, yeah, that's me in the back. Yeah, that's my new video. It's up now. It's a visualizer. All right. It's to my song, Knockout, Coming with the Heat. All right. And this is a visual from it. This is a visual. It's a still from it. Let me see if I got the. Hey, yo, we got 14 people here. Let's grow to live. Yeah, so this is my song.
Battery 100%.
This is the video too. It's the visualizer. You know, it's not the actual video, but it's a visualizer. And it's knocked out coming with the heat.
I'ma change the game. My mind's a 9, my lyrics are 4-5. Real life chick, keeping the hope alive. I'm tired of hearing about to hearing you now. Just burning up real. Expensive clothes, amazing to feel. With bum in the street. I'm a bump up the deal. Now you're leasing your wheel. Gonna watch a real shit kick. What's really real? And you all like the dick and make them eyelids heavy. I promise myself when I step in the booth, I'ma kick the truth to the hip hop and you can. Knockout coming with the heat. Turn it up higher. I got my homies in the whip and I'm outside. We be in the street until the sunrise. We can get it started in the jam. Popping on the air with the band. Here's a little something for the street. Bring it up. All day, every day, so warm me up, come out and play. My style crazy, I'm a soldier.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
Down and in the rough, now you wanna praise.
Here we go now.
And just watch the times. Young black woman, that's all my crime. This conception of a rap chick redefined. Just step to the side, you're just blocking my shine. Watch it not be concerned about you. You just doing what your goals try to tell you to do. I'm a leader, not a follower. Very cool, heavy and new. Got a lot of work to do, and I suppose you just wait for a gimmick. It ain't nothing but hip hop music. I'm a MC, no confusion. Yeah, knockout coming with the heat. Let's go. Oh yeah, oh man, we'll be in the street. I'm in. Sunrise, and we can get it done in the jam. I'm on with the glam. Just a little something for the street. Go with the beat. You go. Oh. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Let's go. You can't stand the heat. Slow it down. Looking at my watch, it's about that time. Pop that bottle, cause it's right on time. Best chick out there couldn't match my lines. I'm like Mozart, I'm a mastermind. And it's cracking mine, it's like a work of art. And if the beat's on fire, I'ma rip it apart. Chasing that Luciano, rolling with his last name is Marciano. Kicking 20 G's in the piano. Real aggressive, I attack it like the barrel. Cause the actual of the matter, you chasing on my level. Oh, he's a dog for you a flame, cause I told you before not to go against the grain. Take a move and attack him like a beast, keep him shaking like a leaf. Don't never underestimate. I'm not original, that can't be duplicated. Yeah, no cap, knockout. Yeah, Farmer Boulevard.
Please get the money. Hey. All right. So you can check that video out on the YouTube. All right. You can check that out. But we are going to, let's get the room out there. Oh, yeah? David is there. I didn't go today. So. Hold up, yo. All right, so let's back this up. Yeah, I didn't go out there today, but yeah, David is out there. Luigi he's having his preliminary stuff. The actual trial is going to start around August, the end of August, September, right? But he is out there doing his thizzle for shizzle, all right? And yeah, he out there getting it popping. He is. So shout out to Luigi and everybody's out there. David's out there. I didn't go out there today. I did not. All right. But we're going to stay inside. We got a lot to talk about. Everybody come on in. Okay. So what were we talking about? Well, we were talking about and are going to talk about a couple of things. So everybody come on in. Warm your chair up. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hold on. All right, so we're going to get started, everybody. Okay, we all know the war's going on. We're going to save that for a little bit of details later because, at the end of the day, we still got to live our life. We still got to know everything that's going on in the world, not just one thing. And then, people get their hopes stuck and keep watching all this stuff blowifying up. And it's triggering to some people to see that going on over there, just wondering, what's going through these people's mind and what's going to be next with this thing, with it escalating. What is going to be going on next? And, we got to be well-rounded and cover an array of things, okay? We got to cover an array of things. And here, we want to cover everything, not just the war. We want to cover a well-rounded array of things, okay? It's the Missknockout show. Everybody tapify, everybody shareify, everybody likeify, and everybody join the super fans if you can. Join the super fans. Also join the Discord. Okay, we'll be putting stuff in there. So everybody come on with it. And let's get into this. Now let's get into the first thing at hand. All right, so we're gonna go into Tiger Woods again. Okay, so Tiger Woods DUI fiasco has been hitting the net, and it's been going wild all over the internet. And it's like, what has happened with Tiger Woods? This is not his first rodeo with the running with the law. We know he had a little crashification in the past. Okay, we also knows that he's dating the man who starts with the T's daughter, isn't he? Is he still dating her, or is it a done deal? I don't know. I don't keep up with it. If anybody knows, put it in the chat. But he's running around here. Me personally, I don't. What's up, Todd? Hey, how you doing? What is up with you? I was wondering why people, you're out. If you are partying, party hardying, why don't you get a get a driver, get somebody to drive you around. But sometimes, just sometimes, you don't want the driver in your business, and that's understandable too. That's really understandable that you get a driver, but then sometimes you don't want the driver in your business, right? And so, so you don't, do the driver, then boom, you're into some shiznick. You're into it. You know what I'm saying? You are into it. So, you want to, for me, I don't know, it's different. I mean, everybody thinks different. But Tiger Woods is in a little bit of a thing, okay? He got stopped by the police, and he was arrested in a rollover crash. Allegedly, everything's all alleged. Missknockout's live in Florida on March 27th, and a brand new affidavit released today, April 1st. Okay, everybody, do you play April Fools? I don't know. It's like, for me, ain't nobody got time for no April Fools. You know what I mean? If you April Fooling it, oh, fine, yeah, great for you. But for me, April Fooling it, it's like I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about what's going on in the world, ain't it? Or you thinking about April Fools? So Tiger Woods is in a little bit of a pickle. He got stopped in a traffic stop. Okay, he got caught with allegedly some pharmaceutications that was found in his pocket. They said his eyes were allegedly, and everything's in there. It's all alleged. Were glassy. He had clear signs of impairment. Now, Tiger publicly announced he is seeking treatification for a fasting recovery. And this story went crazy and wild over the internet. And Tiger Woods is due back into court because what Tiger did was he agreed to the breathalyzer test, but he did not agree to the pissalyzer test. And because he didn't agree to the pissalyzer test is what got him in the pickleizer. Okay? And they arrestified his butt, and now he's out, but he's still got to face the music of the repercussions of him not doing the pissifizer test. Now, why didn't he pissifizer in a cup and hand it over? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what his beefcake is doing. He knows what his beefcake is giving. He didn't want to give it out. He didn't want to give it to you. He wanted to keep it to himself by all means necessary. So it's something in the pistolyzer, maybe, I don't know, but it might be something in the pistolyzer that he don't want you to know about. People are on all kinds of pharmaceuticals and medications, because of legitimate stuff somehow. So we don't know, right? So they found the pharmaceuticals in his pocket, and it was a powerful pharmaceutical. And everybody knows Tiger has a very public of severe back and neck injuries. It always starts out with the injuries, doesn't it, people? Does it always start out with if you go down the list, Michael Jackson. Remember, he had the accident with Pepsi. He had surgery, got on the pharmaceuticals. Prince, he slipped on stage and doing some show, hurt his back, got on the pharmaceuticals. The list goes down the list. It always starts out with injuries. You takeify this pharmaceutical and you get hookedified on it. See, when I went through my surgeries for my breast cancer surgeries and happenings, they gave it to me, but I just looked at it on the dresser and only took it when I needed it. I think I only took it once. I said, I'm going to take this when the pain is unbearable. And all it did was put me to sleep. So I don't know what the big hoopla is. They say you got to be moving around, though, for it, but I don't know. I wasn't trying to find out all of that. But you got to be, I was careful about taking it because I heard about people. Hey, what's up, D Nice? What's up with you? I heard about people. Here go y'all with the orbiting back. I'm orbiting you, Mr. Habibi. You come in here saying the same thing every day. I am orbiting you. Okay, I can't understand what the writing is on your wall because it's in Habibi language. And I don't understand Habibi language. I do understand English. Okay, even if it's broken English, don't worry. We figure it out. But when you're talking in Habibi land, I have not a clue. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. So everybody come on in. It's the Missknockout show. All right. So he came back with a 0.0 alcohol level, which means he had no alcohol in the system. So Tiger Woods, y'all, was not having a drinkifying party hardy. No, he was not having any drinkifications. His breathalyzer was at 0. So why did they penalize him for not taking a pissific? Habibi land. Yeah, he's talking in Arabic, and I don't understand him. You know, he did say orbit back though. That show was in English. When it comes to money, the foreigners always switch up and speak English all of a sudden. You could be talking about anything else. They'd be like, ooba scuba duba booba. But when you start talking about that dollar bill, y'all, when you start talking about that dollar, all of a sudden they start talking English. They'd be like, hello? Hello? Hi, how are you there? Hi. Hello. Oh, yes, right away. And then when you ain't talking money, they go back to Habibi land or wherever, you know? So yeah, but they straighten up when they talk. When you talking money, they straight up, hello, I'm here. Yeah, you want one of them foreigners to talk English? Start talking about money. Watch how quick they straighten. They be like, hello, can you hear me now? Start talking about money and see how quick that they know how to straighten up. Right? Everybody come on in. Thank you for the shares. Thank you so much. Let's continue talking on. Everybody come on in. How's everybody? Good. So, Tiger Woods is going back to court. He's 50 years old. He's going with Trump's daughter. He's out here, in these streets driving. They pulled him over. He wasn't drinking. But we don't know what else you was doing. What was you doing? What you was doing, Tiger? Tiger, what you was doing? Thank you, Rhonda. Tiger, what you was doing out there in those doggone driving streets? You out there, you getting turned out by that girl's pussy. That's what's going on. Okay, that Trump girl, she got fire shooting out her pussy. Fire. She got you hooked, my man. She got him out here in a trance. You're in a trance. You're in a trance, Tiger. You're in a trance, Tiger. Tiger. So Megan Thee Stallion was just allegedly hospitalized she's in the mid. She's on the show. Moulin Rouge Broadway show. They got her in there. She does a nice little stint. The crowd loves her. Shout out to Megan. She got on that Broadway show and she's lit and she's on there doing her thing and the crowd runs her. They incorporate in the show and it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, she does her thing, right? She's on there. She's done her thing on Broadway. Yeah, she does a nice little performance, but she was had a little incident that happened. All right, she was performing live in the middle of her Moulin Rouge Broadway show, and suddenly she became ill, and she had to be rushed off the stage. Everything's all alleged in Missknockout's live because we don't talk about Megan. We don't talk about you here like those other broadcasters. We're just giving the news on what happened to you because if it did happen, we want you to get better, not because we're like those other people. I don't know. I'm not them, but over here at the Missknockout show. We want you to get better. We just want to know what's going on, right? So, I got to tell what's all going on, right? So that she was performing and then suddenly she became ill, right? And the entire theater went dead silent and the understudies jumped in and, everybody's like flooding social media with concern. And we don't know what happened over here. If something did happen, allegedly, we want Megan Thee Stallion to get better because she's a great force and a great light. And we love her shows and we love her music and all that. And we want her to get back to it, darling. Okay? So Megan, get back to it now. Rest up. Get you a little rest now. Might be your body saying simmer down. All right? Sometimes you got to simmer down and take a little breather. Right? Good morning, Charlene. Hey, everybody. Come on in. So what else are we going to talk about? Everybody come on in. Hey, Teresa, I see you over here. What's up, Todd Jaglo? Linky's here. Hello, everybody. And everybody just clap their hands. All right? Everybody come on in. We're having a good old time this morning, and we're talking about these hot topics as we go along. All right? So the next hot topic is The Duggar family. Oh, the Duggar family. Oh, they're in a lot of hot water, boy. They already got one of them locked up. They had this popping YouTube show back in the days, okay? And now they're facing all kinds of child problem with the little people. You know, they got problems with the little people. And as you know, it is not a good thing to have problems with the little people. It is just not a good thing to have problems with the little people. And by little people, you know what I mean, right? You know, the clock doesn't like that. All right. So we're going to talk about the Duggar family, all right, that is viral and exploding right now because they're going through another set of allegations with yet another, yes, I mean, in a different family member, all right, that's going live all across the net. Him and his wife, okay. The wife made a prison call and said all these things online, and of course they recorded it and put it on out there. All right. His bond, I mean, and his name is Joseph Duggar, is set at a massive $600K. Okay, and this is the reality TV scandal of the year. They were real popular, and now they have a real deep, dark story going on. His name is Joseph Duggar. Her name is Kendra. All right. And they're married, and they had a show called 19 Kids and Counting. Okay. And they had a nice image on YouTube, but now the image has taken a dark turn and a dark twist. So Kendra and Joseph were both charged with 4 counts of each of endangering the welfare of a minor and false imprisonment, meaning that they kept somebody besides its will or their will, allegedly. Allegedly, y'all, all right? We don't know. We're just reporting the news, people, all right? So they found out, you know, that they found out that he was doing these things to kids. Kids started coming forward. You know, you got to be careful out there. You know, doing all that weirdo stuff. So he was doing the weirdo stuff with the kids, and now it done come back to bite him. It bit him in the ass like what? Bigger than a mosquito bite. Bigger. I'm doing good, Blaze. How are you? Come on in, y'all. We're doing Hot Topic. So, you know, the scandal is off the roof. I don't know. Do you want to become viral in that kind of way? I don't think so. That's a bad image to have. Shame on them. That's a bad image to go viral, that you messing with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Missknockout protects the kids. I grew up in foster care. I knew what it's like to come up in the system. And the USA got to do more with protecting the kids. The kids in them. All right? So their show was called, back in the days, 19 Kids and Counting. Who remembers that show from YouTube? Well, that was their show on YouTube. So their image was hit harder than other when Joseph and Kendra were charged with 4 counts of each endangering the welfare of a minor and false imprisonment. Joseph is facing additional counts of ludification and a word I can't even say, behavior with a 14, yes, get it, 14 olification, victimification from years ago. From years ago. All right? No matter, I'm doing weirdification stuff does not have a timeline, y'all. If you did weird stuff back in the 90s and it was caught on camera, then it might be a good chance that it's coming all out. Okay? You got to watch what you do. You got to watch the S tapes that you send your mans and them that you meet in the club. And you talk about, oh, send me some video of you. And then you send him that racy video. He still got it in his files. Don't think he forgot. You put it out there, right? So they got all kinds of videos and all kinds of things, all right? And it comes back to haunt them. And it came back to haunt the other kids. And not only that, the actual kids came back to haunt them. So in their case, they had actual kids that stepped up and said something. Now, the 19 Kid and Counting image had taken a hard hit with Joseph and Kendra, sorry, I'm calling her Kendra were charged with 4 counts of each endangering a welfare of a minor and false imprisonment, or everything's all alleged in Missknockout's life. Joseph is facing additional accounts of lewd and lascivious behavior with a little person, we won't say the age, and a victimization from years ago. The alleged victimificationer is in one of the current charges and was a 9-year-old victimification at the time. Allegedly, Joseph was extradited back to face the charges while Kendra was released on bond. Yesterday's leaked call is what has everybody talking. Kendra has told family members that she's standing by her man. So she says she's standing by a man. So if your man was going through these charges of lewd and all this weird behavior, would you stand by your man, ladies, or vice versa? Would you stand by your woman? Yes or no? Put a yes or no in the chat. I would like to know. I don't know about that, homie. Once you're messing with the little kids, it might be a deal breaker. Am I right or am I wrong? Messing with the little kids is a deal breaker over here. I don't know. And that's just me. Okay, the entire Duggar family is back under the microscope. Hold on. Okay. Is back under the microscope with past scandals, strict beliefs, the way everything is presented on TV for years and going years back. Once you do it on the internet, it stays on the internet. Once you do something wacky, silly, it goes viral, it goes crazy, yay. And then you say, oh, I don't like this, and then you erase it. Well, guess what? Somebody still got it. Somebody still got that video, boo-boo. Somebody still got that video, boo. They downloading it at the door. Like the time Missknockout snatched her wig off and she forgot to cut the YouTube off. And she done snatched her wig off and the YouTube was still going. Somebody got that shit. That's why I left it on up there. Hey, it's all entertainment, boom. Yeah, that's what I do when I end the live. I snatch a wig off if I got it. If I got my regular hair like today, I didn't got to snatch nothing off. But if I got a wig on, yes, I snatch it off. But you got to know, what you're filming for the live and what's going on. Right? So the Duggar family is catching her and ripping them a new one because there's not one, but now 2 of them or 3 of them, including the wife, is going down for these charges with little people. Good morning. I know that's right. What's up, Mo Better? Mo Better says, absolutely. You like my hair? Well, thank you, Rebecca. Today it's in its natural state, y'all. So today will be no snatching of the wigs off. Okay, today it's our natural hair. It's curly, it's lively, get into it. All my people that got curl products, all you big curl products, let's talk some numbers and we could do some ads for your hair. My hair is naturally curly. Look at the curl bounce. Look at the curls. Look at that. Lovely bounce. Okay, you got a curl product? Hit me in my inbox. I'll work with you. All right, my hair is already curly. Your product is going to make it, define it, and make it better. Or it might make it worse. In that case, we won't post that now, will we? Nope. Right? We got to post the good ones, though. It's a lot of good ones out there. We just got to get them. All right, everybody come on in. Thank you for Tapifying, for giving us 21,000. Thank you for giving us 21,000. What's up, Coolaway, right? My God, that's terrible. What's terrible, Coolaway? Yeah, so it's terrible and it's good all in the same. We got to take the good with the bad. Everybody come on in. Welcome to the live. You're in the midst of Missknockout show, right? So, yeah, that's what's going on. So Joseph Duggar, we're waiting for more court cases to come up and him to get, brought into the forefront of what's really going on.com, because there's a lot going on. All right. You love it? Rebecca said, I love it. I love it. So now, of course, only Wednesday, it's only hump day, right? We got to turn and see what the man is going down. That's with those people down the road and across the pond. He went down there and he messed with those people. And now every day it's a fiasco. Everybody click the orange heart right there, and everybody join the super fam right now. Join you a super fam right now. Come on, let's get it popping. Right? The man that starts with a T keeps the Iranian war going. Iranian war updates. All right. So we're going to get it started. All right. Everybody come on in because we got to talk about it. Why? Because we got to know. We got to know what's going on. Okay. We got to know what's going on. All right. So let's see. So let's bring up a good little report so we can on and catch the tone of what's on today. Everybody come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is 4 hours ago. Okay. So let's get something new. All right. No battles right now. No power play. All right. Okay, so let's take this one. Let's search it again. Everybody, we're on all platties right now. We're on the Y to the tube Z, base to the book C's, and all of that. All right. Let's see. Should we bring up this one? Seems like they got a lot going on. Okay, 469 people watching. Okay, let's see what they're talking about first. All right, this one's bring it up. Everybody come on in. Continue to tap, to share, continue to hit that. Hit the thumbs up on Y to the Tubesy. Let's continue to share it out on the click to the clock Z, on the TikTok, sharing it out. All right, so let's see if this is good. All right, oh. So this talk about a lot of where the bombification want to hit. And I don't want to only concentrate on that. All right. So we want something a little bit better than that. All right. So let's see. Israel war conflict. Breaking news. Oh, so let's go on live. All right. So Fox News. Do we want to air? Do we like Fox News? Yes and no. Do you like Fox News? In the comments. A lot of people don't like Fox News. What if Fox News do? Fox News do. A lot of people not liking Fox News now. I don't know. I like Fox News for the record, but I don't know what the politics is going on. All right, so let's see this. Me, there's 25 of y'all here. I know somebody got to know about Fox News. Okay, let's find a good one. Let's find a good one, y'all. Okay, let's go to see CBS. Already knew if they like the way they call Obama. Oh yeah, really? Okay, let's see. Let's go to CBS. Okay, CBS Live. Okay, let's see if they got live stream going. Right? You agree? Yeah, they said Fox is can be running lines with him or whatever. I don't know. Okay, but we want to find something a little neutral. We want to find something a little neutral. Okay, hold on, y'all. All right, give me a second. 16 hours ago, no. All right. Let's see. 30 days ago. All right. All right, y'all. So we're trying to find something good and legitimate click that we could show up here and also on the Y to the Tuesday. But in the midst of it, we got all this jibber jabber going on. So we gotta sort the jibber jabber out from the jibber wibber. All right. U.S. blocks the ultimatum. Okay, this stream 4 hours ago. But it's a lot of stuff going on. We'll check. Everybody should be all the platy. Okay. We're all the so come on in. We watch this guy and talk. Something a little bit more depth. Everybody on Fox 5. I cut that Fox 5 on. Okay, Lemon is on there. You want to see Don Lemon, but I don't know. I don't know about playing Don Lemon. Should we play Don Lemon? Would y'all like Don Lemon? Yes or no? Okay, then we got, live from Fox. No, we don't want that. Okay. Putnam just issued his deadliest AM. 114 watching. What did Putnam said? Anybody here will put, you like him? You like him? Okay, Trump makes an announcement. Okay, what did Trump say? Okay, let's see what this one is about. Let's see what this one is about. Okay, no battles just yet. Okay, send those requests, and by the minute, they be ready to go. All right, so let's see. So let's go get this on the board. So let's see what we could get a little update about the war while I get my stuff. Let's see if we can start it from the beginning. I don't know if we can start it from the beginning, y'all, but this looks like this is the way we should go. All right, so let's find it on the Y to the T. Easy. Everybody come on in. Let's, okay, so I believe this goes in real time.
100%.
I mean, I can go back a little bit. Let's see if
Connected. You HY 300
we could go back.
and then I HL Y.
So I did it up. And are you speaking up that? He's like, oh, he's terrible.
It doesn't really go back.
I mean, I had like 30 when you have your so-called experts doing it. And the sad part is, as per the question
Well,
that
listen
you
to
asked
the man
about
that starts with a T.
tariffs, we've had the tariffs, and we have less inflation than we had before. What we have is a hell of a lot more money, a hell of a lot more income.
We had
and we
much
shouldn't
more
be
money
paying a rate
before
like
you
that.
got
In
started.
other words, when
I
we
know
pay a
that.
rate, I'll say each point is the equivalent of $300 billion. So if we had it down 3.25, in other words, 25% of 1%, and they're the number one right now, but we should be the number one. And soon you're going to have, I think you're going to have
agree with
the
that.
people
We
will pay
should be
will pay like we had
should be number
a
one.
few
sir.
years ago, where you
Why aren't
put up
we?
money, you loan money, and I mean you actually, instead of paying, you get paid. I love that. I don't know if it's any good, but I love it when you put up money and you get paid. But we should be in a category, so we should be at the top of the list, not toward the bottom of the list.
We should be at
But we
the
have
top
a man
of the
who's
list.
not a smart man,
Us.
and he probably has
The
Trump
working
derangement
class
syndrome. And he's just not a smart person. What he's doing, though, is hurting us for years to come. Because if we borrow money at 2 points higher than we should be paying, that's $600 billion. Wouldn't you say those numbers are about right, Scott? So it's 2 points would be about 600, actually more than that, but about $600 billion, all because the guy doesn't want to lower the rates. He's doing the service, a very disservice. And then he goes up, talks about, I'd like to see costs come down. He gets up and he does his little thing for 5 minutes. Then he goes out and he goes back to the beach. He goes, I'd like to see costs come down.
Goes back to the beach,
He could lower the interest cost by
Where do you go, sir?
$900 billion a
Do
year.
you go to the golf
All he has to
course?
do is lower rates. And everybody's saying, I was watching some of the business shows today, and they're saying, Trump's right. He should really be cutting. The country's doing well. We have no inflation.
The country's
Now,
doing
despite
well.
him, we're doing
There's
great.
no inflation.
But if we got the rates down, we would be a rocket ship. So I think that'll be it. And I just want to thank everybody.
So who agrees with that? Do you agree that the inflation is going down? Do you agree what he just said? Put a yes or no in the comments. Put a yes or no in the comments. Do you agree that inflation's down? Prices is down? It's like, what are you, sir? How? Look at the stuff that he's trying to feed us every time he goes live. Cool way say the jail. Well, we understood that. Cool way. I didn't understand nothing else you said in here, but I understand the jail. Yeah, the jail will be waiting for some people. The jail is going to be waiting for some people in 2028. It is. But right now, we got to deal with this. Let's listen.
Today, first,
let's listen, y'all.
With us because they're in a war.
Just want to welcome everyone on
All
this
right, y'all.
special day.
Let's get past the How can you even? Here we go, y'all. Let's get back to
weapons on each other. We're not going to allow that. And they both agreed. Both have great leaders. They both agreed not to do it. So we did a lot. But I appreciate that question.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr.
Orange.
Thank you, Mr. President. I was just speaking with Senator Ron Johnson on the One Big Beautiful Bill, and he says he really wants to get to yes for you and get this accomplished.
He does. He's a good man.
But he also said that he needs more time, and he is not certain that the July 4th deadline is
Well,
possible.
then he's not such a good man.
Because there's too much work to
No, he's
do.
a good man. Ron
How
Johnson's doing a good job. He's very committed. Every Republican senator is committed. And, you know, you could have a couple of grandstanders in all fairness. You could have somebody else. And it's very dangerous because our country would go from being the most successful country in the world to who knows what happens with a 68%. Think of it, 68% tax increase. That was given by the Democrats.
Oh, I know that was given by the Democrats. Would you listen to this guy?
You know, all my life.
Now, why did this guy say that it was brought on by the Democrats? How, sir? When you've been running the country for the last 2 years, how has it been brought against the Democrats? Somebody really, how is that possible, sir? No, sir. No.
They want to raise your taxes. So they want to see a 68% tax increase. That's more money than anybody could afford. You'd go into a depression if that ever happened. So I think there's a lot of pressure to get that approved.
Is the July 4th deadline to you? If
It's important. It's not the
deadline
end
comes
all.
along?
Hey, Hancock, what's up
I'd
with
like
you?
to get it done by that time, if possible.
How's everybody doing?
Look, we have a lot of very
What's up,
committed
Charlene?
people, and they feel very strongly about subjects that you're not even thinking about that are
Oh,
important
yeah,
to
they say.
Republicans. The
Oh,
problem
yeah,
we
they
have
say jail.
is that
They
it's a
like
great bill.
jail.
It's a popular bill, but we'll get no Democrats only because they don't want to vote for Trump. If that bill was their bill, oh, they would be so happy. It's so great for our military.
Sir, please.
It's great for everything. And they would normally vote. But because their hatred of Trump, they have Trump derangement
We're
syndrome
listening,
and
y'all.
levels never seen before.
Well, listen.
And
Let
instead
me
of
get my
voting for
sausage. That's I
a
didn't
tax
eat.
cut,
Let's
they're
listen.
voting for a tax increase of 68%. They're voting to destroy Social Security, destroy Medicare, and destroy Medicaid. And we're voting to make them perfect and to make them better, make them stronger and better. They're going to destroy Medicaid and they're going to destroy Medicare, and Social Security will follow. If you vote for the Democrats, you're dead on those three things.
President, on a related subject, many Democrats have said that they are not going to support crypto bills in Congress only because of you and your family's personal crypto
I got the
ventures.
sausage on.
And these votes are in some cases needed to pass. Are you open to the idea of pulling away from your personal crypto ventures just for the next 2 years if that helps get these crypto bills passed in the next few months?
Well, it's a very funny thing, crypto. So I became a fan of crypto, and to me, it's an industry. I view it as an industry, and I'm president. And if we didn't have it, China would, or somebody else would, but most likely China. China would love to. And we've dominated that industry. It's a big industry, by the way. In fact, when the stock market went down recently, crypto and Bitcoin and all of that went down much less than anybody else as a group.
So how come you don't talk about why those went down, sir? Does he talk about that? No, he doesn't talk about that. Guess why?
Created a very powerful industry, and that's much more important than anything.
Everybody
that we
come on
invest
in. I
in.
see
We
JoJo.
invest in it, but really that was an industry that wasn't doing particularly
What's up,
well. I got
Jax?
involved with it a couple of years ago.
I
And
mean,
before this, before the
sausage.
second term, I got involved before I decided to run. I only decided to run because I saw what was happening, and Biden was incompetent, and the
No,
administration was
you decided to
crooked and
run
incompetent.
because your behind wanted to stay out of jail. That's why you decided to run, sir. Let's tell the truth. Why are you not doing the Luigi trial? I know. I'm going to get out there. I'll be out there the next day. Valentino, I'll be out there the next day. You're right. Y'all see that I'm not out there. I know y'all. Don't worry, this ain't the first and last courtroom date. It's not the last day. We miss your report, and you're the best. You're the best of the game. Oh, thank you, Valentino. Thank you. Is the trial over? Is it over now? I'll be at the next one, I promise. We'll be at the next court then. I'll hit David up. Find out when the next date is. I think it's going to be on David. New York is out there. Oh, yeah. David always on the front line. Always out there doing it, for sure. But, no, I didn't make that court date. So I'll be at the next one. So this is not his first and last court date. There's definitely going to be more. I think it's still going on. David, New York is out there. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, no doubt. David's doing his thing. Yeah, David is doing his thing. That's what's up. Everybody come on in. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's continue to listen to the man that starts with a T.
I was in, and we're going to make it in the case of the cities. I think I can say just about all cities with crime are run by Democrats.
All the cities with crimes
Go ahead.
are run by Democrats.
Yeah, with the glasses. Go ahead. Yes.
Did you hear what he just said? Who agrees with them? He said all states that are high in crime are ran by Democrats. Sir, I think you need to check your numbers and your stats, in which we know that you never look at. But you need to check those numbers out, sir, because I believe your numbers are a little bit off. I wouldn't say every state. Chicago Bull, exactly. But let's listen. Boy, I tell you, by now, when you watch this, you better take this with a grain of salt and extract out of it what you need, and the rest, just throw it in the garbage. Otherwise, your brain would be scrambled with mess. You'd be like, oh my God. Because he just goes around in circles. Let's listen, though.
Danger. I mean, this is a guy that is just a very big business guy. He wants to give up his whole life to go to Lebanon because he believes in it so much. We're with Lebanon all the way. We'll try and straighten it out. Threaten my life? Yeah, they have threatened.
We would like to know, when are you going to visit over there? When or will we see the day that they put your behind on a plane and ships you over there so you can see what's going on first-handedly, sir? We would love to see you take a trip out there. We would love it. This is what the American people want to see. Go stand in your truth and your BS. Go out there and just show them who you are. And good luck with that. But let's listen to him.
That throbbing feeling, everyone. So, there were so many questions.
Up,
Should we keep this going, Pam?
Yeah. Thank you, baby Kim.
This is the opposite of Biden. Biden would take a half a question and he'd leave without answering it.
Biden is living rent-free in your head. Biden is living rent-free in your head. You can't get enough of Biden. You got to say his name when you wake up, when you take a dunk, when you're on the toilet. It's Biden, Biden, Biden. Thank you, Sylvia. I can imagine when you take a dump, you just mouthing the words Biden while you're taking a little dump out, getting the shit out of your system. Why do you keep talking about Biden? Biden is off somewhere dealing with the big C. Leave Biden alone, why don't you? But no, Biden lives rent-free upon the dome. Let's listen.
Go ahead. He's the one that beat ISIS for me, and he did it in a matter of weeks. And I was told it was going to take 4 or 5 years. And when I got this job, I always said, if I get this job, I'm going to put that guy as the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
See?
And Dan Kane, and he, when I heard his name was Raisin, his nickname is Raisin Kane. I said, you got to be kidding.
Raisin.
I liked him right from the beginning, but he knocked out ISIS in a time that nobody ever thought possible.
Not that ISIS.
And when this attack was completed and so successful, I said, now I know how you knocked out ISIS so quickly. But we have the best people. We have the best equipment in the world. I rebuilt the military during my 4 years, during my other term.
Yeah.
We have the best equipment in the world. The problem is we gave away, a lot of it, but small, relatively speaking. We gave a lot of it away to Afghanistan. Shouldn't have happened. That just shows how incompetent they were. They gave all that equipment away, billions and billions of dollars worth. Shouldn't have happened. But that was.
Did they give it away, or did you give it away? That's the question. You think that question, you? Did you? You keep saying, "Hey, who is they, sir? Who's they?" You before what? The last we checked, use they, him, their, ours, them. You are everything, sir. You did it. You did it. You did it, sir. You they, him, you everything. You's a bully. You is a bully, okay? You're a bully.
Get it settled. I mean, he's just a brilliant person who is very comfortable in that part of the world. It's a very dangerous part of the world. They say,
Very
you
dangerous.
uncomfortable there? People are being
It's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. And this is why we want to send you on a one-way ticket. We'll start a GoFundMe and we'll pay for the fare, Mrs. We want to send you on a one-way ticket right in the middle of stuff. I mean, I want them to land your butt right there in the middle. Literally said, we're going to ship you off. We're going to pay for it. We're going to send you in first class. You're going to be in there eating shrimps and lobster. Then all of a sudden, you'll land right in the middle of Iran. It'll be like, boom, bow, boom, 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 boom. What is that? Oh, sir, you're in the middle of Iran. You don't know what the trip was about? Oh, I was so easy eating Snickers bars and shrimps and lobster. I didn't know where we were headed. Right? You get on out there and you're getting on front lines and you go talk to people. Go meet with the townsmen. I'm sure they'll be glad to meet you. We sick of you. We sick of you. We sick of you. We sick of you, sir. Sir. It's like you never take a break. You never get any sleep. What are you, a vampire? Are you a vampire, sir? When you go to sleep, do you hang upside down, sir? Because how come we never see you get no rest? You never go somewhere and just be like, shh, quiet time. Quiet. You just keep going and going and going. Then the next thing you know, boom, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Listen.
Thank you so much for doing this. It's very refreshing for all of us here.
Dog Mom is here. What's up, Dog Mom?
It's refreshing.
Very refreshing. Yes, we have
Probably.
this and,
I understand what you mean.
So thank you so much for coming out here.
Other than Caroline's done a great job.
Yeah.
You're referring to the past administration,
Yes,
not
yes.
to Caroline.
Back to the ruling today, if you don't mind. So you have always talked about winning for the American people.
Right.
How do you think today's ruling will enable you to further deliver for American families and workers across the country, not only when it comes to immigration, but also when it comes to trade, energy? What actions are most eager to move forward?
Well, I think
now?
taking power away from these.
Sir, before you say anything, respectfully, we do not want you back. At this point, you can stay where you at, sir. We don't want you back. What kind of question is that? We don't want you to never come back over here again, like on Fridays. Don't you come around here. You're going to come around here. Don't you ever come around here. Sir, no, he can't come around here. I don't know where this poll is being taken, but where I come from, he is so done, so freaking done. Ain't no coming around here. Let's listen.
Absolutely crazy radical left judges is a tremendous. This is such a big day.
Such a
This
big
is
day.
such a big day. It's
Such
like,
a big day.
It's sort of sad because we're doing the signing at 3:00, and this may very well dominate the signing of a big war that was going on and really affecting the continent.
The signing of
think
what?
Of it, the entire continent.
Sir, what are you signing? Because now we're scared. Hey, Oni. Hey, Oni Craig, what's up with you? Thank you for the heart. Now you're signing stuff. What are you signing, sir? What? We want to see what you're signing because we're scared. You could be signing anything over there. Your mind is like, it's like one big Snickers bar. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps, like, come on, sir. Let's listen.
Africa was 2.5%. It's hard to go out and say we should be paying 1% when you have your so-called experts doing it.
Thank
and
you,
the sad
Terrence.
part
Thank
is,
you.
as per the question that you asked about tariffs,
Embryo.
We've had the tariffs.
We are all platforms.
And we have less inflation than we had before. What we have is a hell of a lot more money, a hell of a lot of income. We shouldn't be paying a rate like that. In other words, when we pay a rate, I'll tell you, each point is the equivalent of $300 billion.
Okay.
So if we had it down 3 points, because I think we should be at 1, you have Switzerland is at 0.25. In other words, 25% of 1%.
0.25.
And they're the
Do we
number
trust
1
these
right
numbers?
now. But we should be the number 1.
We don't trust these
and soon
numbers.
You're going to have, I think you're going to have where the people will pay will pay like we had a few years ago.
Trump pulling numbers out of the ass and out of the sky. He's pulling it out of his ass. He's pulling it out the sky. Trump, you don't know what all these numbers mean. This percent, that percent. People is broke. Prices is too high. What else you got to say? What do you got to say?
Where you put up money, you loan money, and I mean, you actually, instead of paying, you get paid. I love that.
Thank you, Oni.
I don't know if it's any good, but I love it where you put up money and you get paid. But we should be in a category. So we should be at the top of the list, not toward the bottom of the list. But we have a man, he's not a smart man. And he probably has Trump derangement syndrome. And he's just not a smart person. What he's doing, though, he's hurting us for years to come. Because if we borrow money at 2 points higher than we should be paying, that's $600 billion. Wouldn't you say those numbers are about right?
Look at this number.
So it's 2 points would be about 600, actually more than that, but about $600 billion. All because the guy doesn't want to lower the rates. He's doing the service and then he goes up, talks about, I'd like to see costs come down. He gets up and he does his little thing for 5 minutes, and he goes out and he goes back to the beach. He goes, I'd like to see costs come down. Well, he could lower the interest cost by $900 billion a year. All he has to do is lower rates. And everybody's saying, I was watching some of the business shows today, and they're saying, Trump's right. He should really be cutting. The country's doing well. We have no inflation. Now, despite him, we're doing great. But if we got the rates down, we would be a rocket ship. So I think that'll be it. And I just want to thank everybody. This is a really big day. We've had a big week. We've had a big week. We've had a lot of victories this week. NATO was a tremendous victory.
What was these victories, sir?
The war was a tremendous. Look, we were talking about this for
Here we go.
30 years.
Here we go.
Iran being nuclear.
Hey, Joseph.
And all I said is it will not be nuclear, and it's not going to be nuclear. And I want to give credit to a lot of people.
So
most importantly, to our great military. Boy, they put out that fire. Once that happened, once those bombs got dropped, that war was over. That war was over. But I just want to compliment them. Incredible. The general and all of his generals. Pete Hegseth was great. A lot of.
So he starts off by say the word, the nuclearization of it all. That's the first thing out of his mouth, reassuring us that that's not it. Right? And when somebody like him says the back like that, I'm telling you.
DOJ and all over, FBI, ICE, Border Patrol. These are incredible people. They're trying to keep our country safe, and they don't want to have people come in. This is just another way that they get illegal immigrants.
Once again, who is they, sir? Who do you think they is? You keep saying they, but they is you. You is him. You is they, sir. They is you, sir. That's who they is. When you say they, that means you. Am I right or wrong, y'all? When he says they, right? Ain't that him? You are they. Who is they? Not them over there. No, you. You, sir, you. You is they. But listen to him. Come on, Mr. Sir.
Into our
Meet your new obsession,
Uh-oh.
full face waxing. Learn more and book today at waxcenter.com.
All right, Joe, we got a little commercial going. Let's wait for it to come back in.
That
You know the tubular.
This is all we have.
All right, everybody come on in. We're listening
Instead
to
of settling,
what the man
download
at
the Wonder
Gospel
app.
Tea
Wonder
his
gives you
updates
access
about
to
the
more than
qualification.
20 different restaurants from renowned chefs.
And we are taking it like a grain of salt, but let's listen.
grab at the border, but we have to add some wall. We have to do, various things. We have no money for that. We have the Democrats. It'd be interesting to see if we get any Democrat votes. We should. If I were a Democrat, I would vote for this bill all day long because it's tax cuts and so many other things that are common sense. They're
Don't
basic
you tell us
things.
what to vote for,
I
sir. We
think they're
don't
doing
trust you.
fine. The parliamentarian's been a little
Right.
difficult.
Like I'm gonna listen
And
to
I
what you
would
want
say
me
that
to
I
vote on.
disagree with the parliamentarian on some things and on other ones. I should tell you this, if that bill doesn't pass, the country will get a 68% tax increase. So think of this, you're a
68% tax
Democrat and you
increase,
vote
Joe.
against it. That means you're voting in favor because essentially you're voting in favor of the largest tax hike in the history of our country. $1 billion, and it
Who
won't
believes
affect
it?
anybody. It's just fraud, waste, and abuse.
Who believes what it's saying?
Mr. President, a leading global economist just did a 180 and says your tariff plan, you may have outsmarted it.
Houseway.
What is
No, right?
I love this question. This is the best question I've ever been asked because I've
likes
been
this
going through
question.
abuse for years on this.
Okay, well,
Billions of dollars. No inflation.
you think your tariff plan will cause a recession?
I think that they should go back to business school.
oh my
It's so
gosh.
obvious. It's so obvious.
Oh
I
my
mean, we're
gosh.
taking in billions and billions of dollars from China and a lot of other countries.
Oh,
Official. Sir, we have a problem. We don't know what to do. The books are going by the books. The money coming in, it's so terrible. I figured, oh boy, what's this?
tell
I don't
them.
like this question. I said, so what seems, there's so much money coming in and there must be some kind of an accounting mistake because we have hundreds of billions of dollars more money than we thought. I said, do me a
Ain't
favor,
funny.
go check. Call me back. You have
Come
to
on
call
in.
me back. The tariff column calls me back 2 hours later, says, you're right. We took in 88 billion in tariffs. They have so much money coming in, but more important than the money coming
Wow.
in, we have
Listen to
companies
what he's
coming
saying,
in,
though.
factories coming in, auto plants being built. AI is being built here instead of being built all over Europe and Asia. We have all of it. We have over $15 trillion just
Shalea
about
in his
that. I think
pockets
we're
or
right
in
about
his-
that number. We went to Saudi Arabia. We went to Qatar. We went to UAE. Very smart people, very smart leaders, great leaders. And we took in $5.1 trillion just there without the tariffs. I mean, they also liked a thing called
Comedy.
5th,
Right,
November
right.
6th, and November 7th.
Right,
That was a
P.
very
Foot
good little
production,
period
it
of
is
time. It's
comedy.
called the presidential election. You know,
It
you
is
used to have
comedy.
one-day election. Now you have it over. But even if you just took that little period, it was pretty obvious it was going to be ellipse. Eisenman's come in the other day,
They
big
love
company,
the tariffs.
and he said, we're putting in
Who said
$60
that they love
billion
tariffs?
into new plants.
They
And
love the tariffs. When did they say this, sir? He just be making up stuff, right? As he
because
go
whoever
along.
took the tariffs
He
off,
just be making up
and
stuff.
we are going to absolutely keep it. And they're worried that somebody that, like this communist from New York, someday gets elected. I can't believe that's happening. That's a terrible thing for our country, by the way.
Terrible.
He's a communist. We're going to go to a communistic state. That's so bad for New York, but the rest of the country is revolting against it. But if somebody
Look at
got
Kim.
elected, they're afraid that if this was
Kim.
taken off, well, I'm going to
Uh-oh.
guarantee
Well,
it's never going to be taken off. And again,
that's
we're
what
taking
word
in
on the
hundreds,
curve
think of
is,
this,
Kim. I don't
hundreds
know.
of big dollars. And they were all confused because they've never seen
They're
this
all
before. You know, it's
confused.
always the other way.
But
We
you're
don't have
not
enough money.
confused.
So much money is coming in at levels that nobody's ever seen. But
Wow.
most importantly, we have factories like never before. If you look at 15 trillion, and that's only in a few months. You know, I haven't been here. That's one of the. He's the worst
Seems
president
like
in
it's
the
4
history of our
years.
country. But the way, what he did on our border can never ever be forgotten. To me, that's the worst of all the things. And he's done some
Uh-huh.
terrible things.
Uh-oh.
Grossly incompetent. Nobody knew it was him because I don't think it was him. I think it
Uh-oh.
was whoever was controlling the auto pen. But
Ooh.
I just left, as you know,
See?
a large
Even
group
look, even you are tired of saying his name. That's why you said the one who controls the auto pen, because even you are sick of saying by his name. You can't get it out of your head, sir. He got you. You don't hear Biden all over the place talking about you,
the most.
right?
There's some countries that are used to ripping us off.
We're
More trillion,
a
a trade
trillion.
deficit. That's because nobody cared. We were great in history up until now. I think we're going to blow it away. But during
we
my
already
time,
blown it, so
and
it's
especially
already
prior to
being
COVID,
blown.
we're the greatest.
It's
economy in
already
history of
being
our country.
blown.
I think we're going to blow it away now based on the kind of numbers that we're seeing. But some countries are very angry because they've been ripping us off for years, been making billions of dollars. There was nobody to negotiate with. They
Oh,
could
we
do
gotta put
whatever
a
they
stop
want.
to
They
that.
charge just tariffs, by the way, at numbers that we've never seen before. And we ended up losing much more than $1 trillion a year. $1 trillion a
Wow.
year to one trade.
Imagine it.
And now they're being met with a force that's far greater than them, and they don't like it. So they're upset.
They're
Because
upset.
instead of making, $5 billion,
That's not
they're
funny.
going to break even. Well, they'll make a little bit. I want to be nice. They'll make a little bit. Oh, we'll make a little bit. It's a big difference. Yeah, please go. But red.
Coming out.
Is there any more information on the special prosecutor? So many Americans still have questions about the 2020 election. And speaking of rogue judges, would you consider
Just look
appointing
at it.
somebody at DOJ maybe to investigate the judges that allowed for the political persecution of you, your family, and your supporters
You're
during the
going to
Biden
shoot down the
administration?
question about the
I
election.
love you. Who are you?
From Lindell TV.
Well, it's just a very nice question. And it's not a setup. I have no idea who you are, but I appreciate that question.
Yeah, to say
All
that.
I can say is we're not.
Sir, you making
I
us
hope
think
so.
that it is
I
a
hope they're
setup.
doing thing because that election was rigged and stolen, and we can't allow that to happen. A lot of people tell me, "Sir, you just won the greatest election in the
You're
history
making
of
us
our
think that
country.
it
You
is
won
a
at
setup,
numbers that won all 7 swing states.
Why do you have
won
to talk about
the
that,
popular
sir?
vote, won everything." Sir, go on with your life. And many people that say that, good people, friends of mine. Then you have people that say that same thing, go on with your life, but you have to find out what happened because you can't let that happen again. Look at what this lunatic did. Look at what he did. He opened our borders to people that
Which
were murderers.
lunatic?
11,888 to be exact, murderers. And we've captured many of those murderers, and we're bringing them back. Or some of them are so dangerous that we don't even want to bring them back. We're afraid they're going to try and come back in. But he allowed people to come into the country, people from institutions, insane asylums, institution on stage, people
Wow.
from institutions, gang members, drug dealers, people, jails being emptied out into our country. Venezuela emptied out almost its entire prison population into our country. But I don't want to blame them. Many countries have done that. The Congo, we have a great press conference coming up, and it's the Congo and Rwanda. They were fighting for years, and it was machetes. It was vicious. It was as vicious, people's heads being chopped off. And I have a man who's very good in that part of the world, very smart, and put them together. And we're signing a peace treaty today. First time in many years they're going to have peace. And it's a big deal. We talk about Russia, and we're working that one. President Putin called up and he said, I'd love to help you with Iran. I said, do me a favor. I'll handle Iran. Help me with Russia. We got to get that one settled.
Right, I agree.
And I think
with you,
something's
Kim.
going to happen there.
I agree
But
with you. I just want y'all to see, though.
We
I
did
want
some
y'all to
great
see.
work. India and Pakistan. That was going to be maybe nuclear. We did that. We did a
You
lot
know
of
that
work.
word again.
I don't know if there's ever been.
There goes that
that's done
word
much
again.
More. Serbia, Kosovo.
You don't want to hear that word.
Is going to go at it. It'll be a big war. I said, you go at it. There's no trade with the United States. They said, well, maybe we won't go at it. That's what happened with India and Pakistan. I was negotiating with both of them, and I said to Scott, I said to Howard, cancel all deals with India and Pakistan. They're not trading with us because they go back. What do we do? I said, look, you want to have trade with the United States.
Bully.
It's great. But you want to go and start
Is that
using
not
nuclear
bullying?
weapons on each other? We're not going to allow that. And they both agree. Both.
Is that bullying? Yes or no? You called that country and said if they don't do they ain't gonna get That's bullying, sir. You's a bully. Look at you. You can't make this stuff up.
Have great leaders. They both agreed not to do it. So,
Wow.
so we did a lot. But I appreciate that question.
Oh, you like Forex? Yeah, I don't know nothing about Forex.
Thank you so
I
much.
Forex my
Orange.
coins in my pocket.
I was just speaking with Senator Ron Johnson on the One Big Beautiful Bill, and he says he
Yeah.
really wants to get to yes
Can't
for
make it
you,
up, right?
and get this
He
accomplished.
does. He's a good man.
But he also said that he needs more time, and he is not certain that the July 4th deadline is full because there's too much work to
Yeah, he's a
do.
good man. Ron
How
Johnson's
important-
doing a good job. He's very committed. Every Republican senator is committed. And, you could have a couple of grandstanders in all fairness. You could have somebody else. And it's very dangerous because our country would go from being the
Oni
most
is here. What's
successful
up?
country in the world to who knows what happens with a 68%. Think of it, 68% tax increase. That was
Oh, he's
given
a
by the
jaw
Democrats
clincher, all right.
because they like high taxes.
But
I
you
don't
got to know what
happened.
he's
All
talking
my
about,
life,
what he's saying.
I'd grow up and I'd
to
watch
protect
politicians talking and say, oh, that's fun. And they were always saying,
See, him speaking is part of the whole picture. You have to know what each side is talking about. The Iranian side, the updates, and the man that starts with a T, because I'm right, like you said, unfortunately, he is a piece of the puzzle. And if that piece is missing, you won't have a great understanding of what's going on because you got to look at everything as a whole picture. So you got to look at his efforty, what he's doing. And let's take a look now.
we will cut your taxes. We will cut your tax. I never heard it. They say we will raise your taxes. Elect people like this guy in New York that maybe has a chance. I find it hard to believe, but he maybe
I
has
know
a
you ain't
chance.
talking about one time.
They want to raise your taxes.
You
So
know,
they
they
want to
wanna-
see
they
a
wanna raise- they wanna
68%
raise
tax
the wi-
increase.
The richest taxes.
That's more
sir.
money than anybody can
richest.
afford. You'd go into a depression if that ever happened. So I think there's a lot of pressure.
He's
to get that
raising the
approved.
richest taxes. Get it straight.
What is the July 4th deadline to you? If
It's
the
important. It's not
deadline
the
comes
end all.
August?
You can go longer, but
Scared,
we'd like
bro.
to get it done by that time, if possible. And look, we have a lot of very committed people, and they feel very about a subject,
Very
subjects that
committed
you're not
people.
even thinking about that are important to Republicans. The problem we have is that
What's
it's a
up,
great
Lady
bill.
Di? Trump
It's a
raised
popular bill,
unemployment, the
but
national
we'll get no
debt
Democrats
is all
only
over
because
there.
they don't
That's
want to vote
right,
for
Lady
Trump.
Di.
If
You
they,
tell him, Lady Di.
if that bill was their bill, oh, they would be so happy.
tell 'em,
It's so
Lady
great
Di.
for our military. It's
That's
great
correct.
for everything. And they would normally vote, but because their hatred of Trump, they have Trump derangement syndrome at levels never seen before.
Trump
And
derangement
instead of
syndrome.
voting for a tax cut, they're voting for a
That's a
tax
real
increase of
disease, Dan.
68%. They're voting to destroy Social Security,
Oh my
destroy
gosh.
Medicare, and destroy Medicaid. And we're voting to make them perfect
Oh
and
my
to
goodness.
make them better, make them stronger and better. They're going to destroy Medicaid and they're going to destroy Medicare,
Who is
and
they?
Social Security will follow. If you vote for the Democrats,
Once again, sir, who is they? Who are they? You keep saying they. They. Who is they? Sir, that you is your ass, sir. You is they. So when you say they, you talking about you. We ain't stupid. But let's continue to listen.
crooked and incompetent. And I was in Bitcoin then, not knowing if I was going to do it a third time. So it's become amazing. I mean, it's the jobs that it produces. And I notice more and more you pay in Bitcoin. I mean, people are saying it takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. And it's a great thing for our country. So I don't care about investing. You know, I have I have kids and they invest in different things. They do believe in it. But I'm president, and what I did do there
You're
is
president,
build an
right.
industry that's very important. And you know, if we didn't have
Okay.
it, China would. Okay.
Sir, Mr.
Go ahead. With the glasses.
Is it me or did he not? He just didn't answer the question. They ask you one thing, and then you go on this whole tangent off into the woods, into the sunset, and you never answer the question. Now listen to the next question, and let's see if he answered it. Let's listen.
Gentlemen, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, are you going to cut funds in the sanctuary states, like for instance, California, they keep supporting illegal immigration, and then these people work?
Yeah, we're giving them a hard time.
And also, in a foreign policy
I
question.
mean, they don't have a governor in California. They have a man that wants to give away everything to people that nobody's seen before. If we didn't go into Los Angeles
Taking the digs at the
with the
mayor.
military, which did a fantastic job, but if we didn't go into Los Angeles, bringing in the National Guard, I would have brought the
Where's
military. It was
California?
necessary.
You talk about your mayor,
We have to.
Cali.
We have the right to. That was another thing upheld
Talk
by the
about your
Supreme
mayor.
Court. But if we didn't go in with the National Guard and be strong and tough, you wouldn't maybe have Los Angeles. It would be like the rest of California, the rest of
Thank you,
Los
Andrea.
Angeles. They lost
Thank you.
25,000 houses in a fire. They should have
We-
lost none.
We
You know, I
can
sent the
talk,
water
Mom,
down.
is
I had
that-
to break into their water supply because they just refused to do it. They're
He had to
crazy.
break into
There's
the water
something wrong with
supply.
them. They have plenty of water. They don't have drought.
We don't
or
want you
anything. They have
breaking in
to
nowhere,
let
sir.
it come down from the Pacific Northwest. They routed all the water out into the
The fact that you could break into somebody's water supply is scary in itself, let alone that you did it.
Pacific Ocean
Oh my
for
gosh.
environmental reasons. Okay, and now you have 25,000 houses,
Evil.
none of which would have burned
Evil.
down if you had the water.
Kim said,
They didn't have
evil.
water. They didn't have water for the fire pumps. They didn't have water in the sprinkler systems that people put in. So the answer is we're going to work with governors. We're going to work with radical left Democrats and Democrats.
Radical left.
And we're going to make it
Democrats.
good for everybody.
And
We'll have to stop the crime in those. Or in the case
Thank you,
of
Teresa.
the cities, I think I can say just about all cities with heavy crime are run by Democrats. Go ahead.
Listen to the lies that he tells. Listen to the lies that
Yeah,
he
with the
tells.
glasses.
I'm with you.
Go ahead, yes. Yeah, go, no, the man behind you. Yeah, please.
President Trump, Anthony Mashak from Lebanon. I want to ask you regarding the threats posed by Iran allies and proxies operating in the U.S. They were threatening your life. So what do you say about that? And regarding the Lebanon, because Hezbollah is as well part of Iran disarming Hezbollah.
Lebanon is a great place with brilliant people. You know, it was known for the professors and doctors and had an incredible history. And hopefully we can bring it back again. I just appointed a friend of mine who's Lebanese, and I didn't know he was Lebanese. I've known him for 20 years. Very, very successful man.
Mhm.
And I just appointed him. And I said, why would you want that? He said, because I was born there, I was raised there, I love it. I love it so much. I said, you know, it's very dangerous going to Lebanon as ambassador.
And what word is
And he
that?
said, that's what he said, I don't care. I mean, this is a guy, is just a very big business guy. He wants to give his whole life to go to Lebanon. He believes in the film.
Yes.
We're with Lebanon all the way. We'll try and straighten it out. But in my life, yeah, they have threatened. I get that throbbing feeling every once in a while. Get that throbbing feeling, but you know what? That's okay. This is a dangerous business. What I do is a dangerous business. You know, I tell the story of the car companies and different people in different professions. You have race car drivers as an example. 1/10 of 1% die. Bull riders, 1/10 of 1%. That's not a lot, but it's people die. When you're president, it's about 5%. If somebody would have told me that, maybe I wouldn't have run. Okay? This is a very dangerous profession. Yeah,
I said, let me just keep my
Should,
mouth
by the way,
shut.
so many questions. Should we keep this going, Pam?
You ain't gonna like my 2 cents.
This is the opposite of Biden. Biden would take a half a question and he'd leave without answering it. Go ahead.
If Iran,
Are you from Iran?
no, I'm not from Iran, I'm from the UK. But if the intelligence reports conclude that Iran can enrich uranium,
He asked her, is she from Iran? And she said, no, I'm from the UK. Mr. Sir, you can't tell Iran from the UK. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
uranium to a
They
level
broke
that's
into the water
concerned
supply
you,
because of the
would you
big
consider
fire.
bombing the
There
country
wasn't enough
again?
water to
Without
put it out.
question, absolutely.
Yeah, they just
Any-
messing up
Turned out to
everything,
be
Liz.
Unbelievable. But,
Self-destruction.
you know, our incredible flyers and our,
Wow.
I call them the shots. These guys are unbelievable. Think
Yes,
from
dangerous, avoiding the
52,000
war
feet,
5
they hit
times,
the
real
equivalent of a
dangerous, real
refrigerator door.
hero.
They actually hit it right in the center, so it's much smaller than that.
Good morning, Doctor.
And just bomb after bomb going deeper, deeper,
Welcome
blowing
in,
up.
everybody.
Incredible thing. I don't know if you heard the general. He was very impressive. Raising Cane. You know, he's the one that beat ISIS for me. And he did it in a matter of weeks. And I was told it was going to take 4 or 5 years. And when I got this job, I always said, if I get this job, I'm going to put that guy as the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And Dan Kane, and he, when I heard his name was Raisin, his nickname is Raisin Kane. I said, you got to be kidding. So I liked him right from the beginning, but he knocked out ISIS in a time that nobody ever thought possible.
Thank you so much, Liz.
And when this attack was completed and so successful, I said, now I know how you knocked out ISIS so quickly. But we have the best people. We have the best equipment in the world. You know, I rebuilt the military during my 4 years, during my other term. We have the best equipment in the world. The problem is we gave away, you know, a lot of it, but small, relatively.
Who'd you
We
give it
gave
to,
a lot
Mr. Trump?
of it away to Afghanistan. Shouldn't have happened.
Oh, to
That just shows how
Why
incompetent they
did
were.
you
They
do
gave
that?
all that equipment away, billions and billions
Why
of
did you
dollars.
do
worth.
that, Mr.
Shouldn't
T?
happen, but that was small compared to what we have.
Oh, small.
Now we have a great military with great people. Okay. Oh, please.
Uh-huh.
President, congratulations. A couple of very different questions.
Questions
One,
on-
in 1994, as you grew up in New York, we all knew how horrific those attacks were.
Lady, no, you don't start off nothing over this way with no congratulations. No. There's no congratulating over here. Just ask your question and leave the congratulations out of the equation. Because no.
Congratulations.
Here she go again.
Be here.
Congratulations.
They never thought they'd be coming to look. This is a very tough part of the world. They never thought they were just telling me they never were going to give it, but that's after many years of fighting. It's a great thing. That's at 3:00, I believe.
Sir, are you concerned at all about secret nuclear sites in Iran? You talk about maybe just
Secret nuclear site?
yes, that there might be
There
some.
goes that word again,
Can I
y'all.
tell you?
There goes
They're
that word again. And we don't like
Israel's
it.
exhausted too. And I dealt with both of them. And they both wanted it settled, both of them. And we did a great job, but they're exhausted. The last thing they're thinking about right now is nuclear. You know what they're thinking of? They're thinking about
listen to how you
tomorrow,
said
trying
that.
to live. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. The place was bombed to hell. And no, I'm not worried about it at all.
You sound like
And
you
I'm
worried to me,
Putting
Mr.
out a little
Stern.
statement. I'm going to
That
respond
body
to
language don't lie.
Ayatollah's statement yesterday that we won the war. Oh, we won the war. And I said, look, you're a man of great faith,
Oh my
a man who's
God.
highly respected in his country.
Faith in
You have to tell the truth. You got beat to hell. And Israel was beat up too. They were both beat up. And it was a great time to end
they
it. It
were
was
both
quick.
beat up, y'all.
They got the hate out. There was a lot of hate. A lot of hate. It would be great if they didn't have that hate. But the last thing they're thinking about is nuclear weapons, right? Please.
Sir, you don't know what they're thinking
President
about.
Iris Howe with NTD with social media with the Epoch Times. Thank you
Good.
so much for doing this. It's
Good.
very refreshing for all of us here.
It's a good
I believe,
group.
in this room.
Dude, we are cooked.
So
It's
for
refreshing.
We are
very
so cooked.
refreshing. Yes, we haven't had
Probably.
this in,
I understand what you mean.
So thank you so much for coming out here.
Other than Caroline's done a great job.
Yes.
You're referring to the past administration,
Yes,
not
yes.
to Caroline, right?
Yes. Back to the ruling today, if you don't mind. So you have always talked about winning for the American people.
Right.
How do you think today's ruling will enable you to
What's
further
up,
deliver
GCC
for American
boy?
families and workers across the country, not only when it comes to immigration, but also when it comes to trade, energy? What actions are most eager to move forward?
Well, I think
now?
taking power away from these absolutely crazy radical left judges is a
Radical
tremendous.
left judges.
This is such a big day.
Lord,
This
Lord,
is such
Lord.
a big day. It's like it's sort of sad because we're
He
doing the
sounds like
signing
he's
at
ready
3
for the
o'clock, and
next
this may very well dominate the
Well.
signing of a big war that was going on and really affecting the continent of. Think of it, the entire
That was affecting
continent
the
of
continent.
Africa was
Sir,
being
what
affected.
year are you in?
We're settling that
Did he
war
say
today,
the cotton?
and this will
Sir.
probably be a headline.
What you got your
This is
mind
a very
on?
big moment, and it gives
Very big moment.
gives power back to people that should have it, including Congress, including the presidency. And it only takes bad power away from judges. It really doesn't take. It takes bad power, sick power,
Sick power.
and
bad power.
unfair power. And
Mhm.
it's really going to be. This is a very monumental decision. Yeah, please.
Wow. Never answers the question.
Is that July 9th date?
Never answers
set
the
for tariffs
question.
to a snap
No.
back, or could there be a?
We can do whatever we want. We could extend it. We could make it shorter. I'd like to make it shorter. I'd like to just send letters out to
Hold on,
everybody.
y'all. They
Congratulations,
have
you're
to
paying
verify.
25%. He doesn't want. He's a much nicer person than I am. Go ahead. You finish it up.
Considering for the Federal Reserve then, and are you speeding up that process? I see Secretary.
Oh, he's terrible. He's terrible.
Oh, he's
I mean, I
terrible.
have a list of things. We're like 38 on the list.
What's so terrible
you know,
about him, Mr. Sir?
Cameroon and different places are paying the same as us. Because, you have somebody sets a rate at 4% or 4.5%.
Oh,
it's hard to go
The
out and say
sanctions.
we should be paying
tariffs.
1% when you have your
Mm.
so-called experts doing it.
Okay.
And the sad part is, as per the question that you asked about tariffs, we've had the tariffs and we have less inflation than we had before. What we
Right.
have is a hell of a lot more money, a hell of a lot more income, and we shouldn't be paying a rate
That's
like
not
that.
what the
In other
deficit
words,
says,
when
sir.
we pay a rate, I'll tell you, each point is the equivalent
But
of
keep on.
$300 billion. So if we had it down 3 points, because I think we should be at 1, you have Switzerland
What
is at
tomfoolery is he talking
25.
about? I need a
in other
translator
words,
for the line.
25% of 1%.
Right, Erica? Right?
And they're the number one right
There's
now.
no translator
should be the
on
number
earth
one.
that could translate
And soon you're
these
going to have, I
lines.
believe, I think.
They're
you're
gonna
have
be
where
like,
the
we don't
people
compute.
pay will pay like we had a few years ago, where you put up money, you loan money, and I mean, you actually, instead of paying, you get
That's a
paid.
loan shark,
I
Mr.
love
T. That's a
I don't
loan
know if
shark.
it's any good, but
It's
I
called
love
the
it when
loan
you put
shark,
up
homie.
money and you get paid.
All
But
right.
we should be in a category. So we should be at the top of the list, not toward the bottom of the list. But we have a man who's not a
You are
smart
at the
man,
bottom of the list.
and he probably has Trump derangement syndrome.
You're
And
at the bottom.
he's just not a smart person. What he's doing, though, he's hurting us for years to come. Because if we borrow money at 2 points higher than we should be paying, that's $600 billion. Wouldn't you say those numbers are about right, Scott? So it's 2 points would be about 600,
no, not
actually more
trusting
than
your
that,
numbers.
but about $600 billion, all because the guy doesn't want to lower the rates. He is doing the service, a very disservice. And then he goes up, talks about, I'd like to see costs come down. He gets up and he does his little thing for 5 minutes. Then he goes out and he goes back to the beach. He goes, I'd like to see costs come down. Well, he could lower the interest cost by $900 billion a year. All he has to do is lower rates. And everybody's saying, I was watching some of the business shows today, and they're saying, Trump's right. He should
Money,
really
money,
be
money,
cutting.
money.
The country's
That's all
doing
he
well.
talk
We
about.
have no inflation.
Money.
Now, despite
How
him,
am I gonna get
we're doing
money
great.
in my
But if we got
pocket?
the rates down, we would be
I
a
want
rocket
money in
ship.
my
So I think that'll be it. And I just want to thank
That's what
everybody.
we talk
This is a really big day. We've had
Thank you, Cindy.
a
real
big
big
week.
day.
We've had a big week. We've had a lot of victories this
A
week.
big week, a
NATO
lot
was a
of
tremendous
victories.
victory. The war was a tremendous. Look, we were talking about
Oh
this for
boy, here we
30
go.
years about Iran being nuclear. And all I said is it will not be nuclear, and it's not going to be nuclear. And, I want to give credit to a lot of people. Most importantly,
There
to
goes
our
the
great
N-word
military.
again.
Boy, they put out that fire. Once that happened, once those
So you keep hearing the N-word. I don't like to say that word. It's a real dark energy with that word. But if you notice, he keeps bringing up the N-word. And for me, I feel like he's bringing it up because behind the scenes, they having talks about the N-word that we don't want to know about. But it keeps coming up, though. Why does it keep coming up? He need to be afraid. He need to be afraid of it, Kim. He need to be afraid of it. Now, I don't know what they setup is, but anytime somebody talking about that, hold up now. No, we ain't playing that part of the game. Oh, no. You need to leave those people alone down the road and say, okay, I guess I'm going about my business now or something. Look weird like you always do. You always looking weird, so it don't matter how you end it. Just end it, sir. Okay, I got a cake in the oven. End it, sir. End it. Because right about now, you looking like Boo Boo the Fool. You are as if Boo Boo the Fool was a person right now. You keeping this thing going. You babble on. Babble, and you're never answering the question. Anytime somebody says something glorifying you, you're like, I like them. Oh, I like them. Oh, you're nice, are you? Sir, we are so cooked right now. Let's finish listening.
bombs got.
Do you think that senators should respect the decisions of the parliamentarian? And what have you personally done in the last 48 hours to try and get Republican senators who are against the bill to a yes?
Well, look, it's a great bill. It's a massive tax cut.
Here
If it's not approved, your
revving
taxes will
up.
go up by 68%. Think of that, 68, a record, the highest in the history. The Democrats won't approve it only because politically it's so good for the Republicans. The Democrats aren't approving it. But think of what they're not approving. They're not approving border security. We've done a great job at the border, but we have to add some wall.
You
We
did
have
a
to
great
do,
job at the
various
border,
things. We have no money for that. We have no money for the border. We have no money for so many things. But if the Democrats, it'd be interesting to see if we.
Did this man say that he did such a great job at the border? Because we would like to know where and when did this occur. Because I must have missed that boat in that trip. Did he just say that he did good at the border control? Because I know he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't say that.
Get any Democrat vote.
No,
We should.
No,
if I
sir.
were a Democrat, I would
No.
maybe Fetterman, because he seems to be the most sensible one lately. If I were a Democrat, I would vote for this bill all day long because it's tax cuts
Right.
and so many
Right,
other
Shalane?
things that are common sense. They're basic things. I
Basic
think they're
things.
doing fine. The parliamentarian's been a little difficult.
We're doing fine.
And I would say that I disagree with the parliamentarian
And they are
on some
ripping
things,
you a
and
new
on
one,
other
sir.
ways she's
They're
been
ripping
fine.
you a
But
new
we'll have
one.
to see. It's a big issue. I will tell you this: if that bill doesn't pass, the country will get a 68% tax increase. So think of this: you're a Democrat and you vote against it. That means you're voting in favor, because essentially you're voting in favor of the largest tax hike in the history of our
Sir,
country.
anything that you're promoting,
And you can't do
we're
that.
voting
In
the
addition,
opposite
we're
on.
cutting costs by
And we
$1.7
don't care
trillion,
what it is. It could be
and it won't
rocks.
affect anybody. It's just
It could be
fraud, waste,
roaches.
and abuse.
It could be We're going the opposite way.
Mr. President, a leading global economist just did a 180 and says your tariff plan, you may have outsmarted everybody with it. What is your message?
I love this. I love this
Look,
question.
he
This is
liked
the
it. He
favorite.
liked
This is the
that
best
question.
question I've ever been asked, because I've been going through abuse.
See, he likes that question because it's stroking his thing. They stroking his thing. See, he liked that question. But when they start bringing up them EpiPen files, and you are bad, bad, bad reporter, bad.
For years on this, because as you know, we're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars, no inflation whatsoever.
No inflation.
Mr. President, what is your message to critics who think your tariff plan will cause a recession?
I think they should go back to business school. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. We're taking in billions and billions of dollars from China and a lot of other countries. We took in. I had a call from somebody in the House and high official. Sir, we have a problem. We don't know what to do.
What happens in this school?
Books are a mess. I said, what do you mean by the books?
That's another whole show for another day.
So terrible. I figured, what's this? I don't like this question. But say, oh, check the, call me back. You have to call me back. Check the tariff column. Calls me back 2 hours later, says, you're right. We took $88 billion in tariffs. They have so much money coming in. But more important than the money coming in, we have companies coming in, factories being built here instead of being all over in Asia. Over $15 billion.
That before us in a loop. So look, basically he's just running in circles, saying the same old thing, not telling us what we really need to know, telling us what we really don't give a F about. All right, going down the road, messing with those people, making this price skyrocket, and then coming boldly lying, telling us that prices are going down and it's the best market since cooked food. We know that you lying now. You know those people giving you a run for your money, and you know it. They giving you a run for your money, and we will hear say later on tonight because he'll be on. What time is he coming on to coming? Damn, I missed the Skip Grants yesterday. I missed that. We can see if what time he comes back on, y'all. Maybe I could come back on. Let's see what time he's giving us. What is it? The address, the State of the Union. What would his speeches be called? What would his speeches be called? Like, oh my God? Okay, let's see. Hold on. What would his speeches be called? Oh my God. Be the topic. Oh my God. Okay, so let's see. What time will Trump be on tonight? And he's okay. Let's see when he's coming on. I'm in the East Coast though, so 9 o'clock East NATO. Oh, he want to pull us out. Everything we're standing trying to be included in these things, so we can see what the F is going on. If you're not included in things, then you can't see what the F is going on, sir. I don't know what kind of strategy you got. So he's going live 9 p.m. EST. All right. So yeah, maybe we'll come back on. Maybe we'll come back on 9 p.m. EST, y'all. Do y'all want to come back on 9 p.m. EST? I can't do that. I can do that. Tomorrow I got to get on up pretty early, but we can still do it. It's doable. It's doable. Okay, so now look, this is what we're going to do then. Missknockout's going to take a break and do all this she to do so she can come back on at 9 p.m. I got to run and catch a couple of plays before 5, right? I'm going to come back on 9 o'clock and we will air it and see what this chicken McNugget is talking about. And once again, we need to know what he's talking about because we need to put together all the puzzles to this puzzle. because what he's talking about is only one piece of the puzzle. And a lot of it is a bunch of lies, as y'all pointed out in the comments. Lies. All these lies and sort them out. Chicken nuggets right here. Going to 9 o'clock replay, okay, on Y to the TZ. You can watch the replay. I'm going to make another live for 9 p.m. on You to the Tubesy. I'm going to set up another live for tonight so we can come back on and watch it. All right, I got a meeting at 8 o'clock, then I'm going to come right back over here at 9 o'clock. We ain't going to miss it. So let's do that, and let's come back on. That way I could get my stuff done. Look, when you say you leaving, look how many people come in the room. All my newbie boobies that's new here, make sure you follow Missknockout so you can see when I go live. Is Luigi in court again tomorrow? I don't know if we're going to the court this week. I'm going to be honest. It's a lot going on this week. And then we're going on my trip. Remember, we got a road trip this weekend. We got a road trip this weekend to Atlantic City. I got to order another a power pack. I got to order another power pack. But we got another road trip. So we'll keep it going. All right. So look, so we'll be back around 9 p.m., maybe a little after, but we'll be back 9 p.m. so we can see what he is talking about, because we need to know, and we know most of what he's going to talk about. It's going to be dancing in circles, skipping in la, 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 around in circles, and we're just going to be looking in awe, right? Because we never know what he's talking about. It's like, oh my God, what? So we will be back here at 9 o'clock. All right. Everybody lock in, hit the notification bell in the profile to make sure you lock in and come through. All right. Thank you for the 43K. All right. But if we're going to come back on, I'm going to jump and do all the stuff I got to do now so I can come back on at 9 p.m. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joseph. All right, y'all. So everybody watch the playback on You to the Tubesy, Face to the Booksies, and all the other platforms that we're on. It's the Missknockout Show, and I'll see you soon, 9 p.m. All right. So good night, everybody.
It's the Missknockout Show, we on the airwaves. So like, if I, share if I, bless if I, the flow. It's the Missknockout Show. Now you already know. Hot topics, music, info, and more. If you ain't tapped in, what you came here for? MKO got the vibe, that's a full takeover. From beats to biz talk, yeah, the queen stay in clover. Trending every lane, I'm the glow you can't block. When I drop gems, whole chat goes shock. We don't do brokeify, now we amplify. Stay blessed if I let the energy fly. Hit that tapify, keep it all in the flow. Cause it's the Missknockout Show. Knockout Show. Hot topics, beats and the glow. You rockin' with Missknockout. Let's go. Amplify, sharify, blessify, giftify, terrify, blessify, terrify, let's fuck.